to Angelic Realms Radio. I'm your host, Maria Maas, coming to you live from Long Island, New York. Angelic Realms Radio is brought to you by the IAAP. That's the International Association of Angel Practitioners, a worldwide organization that was formed to educate, connect, and celebrate spiritual professionals who work with angels. Learn more about the IAAP and how you can get a free membership by visiting us on the web at angelpractitioners.com. That's angelpractitioners.com. Angelic Realms Radio is a live call-in show where we discuss topics on angelic communication, energy healing, spiritual entrepreneurship, and much more. We will also be taking your calls for free mini readings throughout our show. Our show will be airing every first and third Sundays of the month, live at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's New York time. If you would like to call in for a free mini reading or to ask a question about any of the topics we discuss, or to share your knowledge on the topic of conversation, the number to call is 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. And you can also listen to the show live at psychictalk.net/live. That's psychictalk.net/live. And if you'd like to Skype into the show, you can also Skype in from that page. That will take you to our Blog Talk Radio page, and that's where the Skype button appears once we go live, and so you can Skype in from there. But either way, if you Skype in, whether you Skype in or whether you're calling in on your phone, if you want to talk with us and be brought live on air, you have to remember to press the number 1 on your dial pad, because this will flag us on the switchboard. We do take the calls in the order that they're received, so please don't hang up because you'll lose your spot in the queue. All right, so now that you have all of this information, it's time to get started with our show today. Okay. We have a great topic today, and I know it's a topic that a lot of you will enjoy. It's about Angelic Interventions and NDEs, which are near-death experiences. So we very interesting topics. I have 2 guests joining me today that I'm very happy to have here. Cindy Froy Burns and Isabella Rose. Cindy is the owner and operator of Your Spiritual Connection Center, which is located in Ontario, Canada. She is an IAAP certified angel practitioner, and Cindy is also a natural-born medium, empath, and healer. So let's bring Cindy on. Let me find her on the switchboard. We'll bring her on first. Here she is.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Cindy. How are you?
Hi. Not bad. Thank you for having me. It's an honor and pleasure.
And I thank you for spending your time with me and joining me here today on the show. Cindy has been on the show before. If you're a regular listener, you've met Cindy before, so I'm really glad to have her back. And we have, like I said, another wonderful guest today. This is her first time joining us, and her name is Isabella Rose. Isabella Rose is a holistic practitioner who works with the Angelic Realm. She is licensed with the Pastoral Medical Association and is currently a student in the Doctorate of Medicine program at Quantum University. Isabella is also a member of the International Association of Angel Practitioners. So let's bring Isabella on. Hi, Isabella. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Maria. Thank you for having me on today. I'm very honored and excited to be here.
And I am so excited to have 2 members of the IAAP here with me today. And we're going to have great, interesting discussions, and we're here to really support and celebrate each other and educate. So our topic of conversation should be educational for anyone that's listening today. And we're very excited to be able to also take calls for those that are looking for some angelic inspiration, angel messages, psychic, tarot, mediumship readings, wherever it may be. We're here to do that. And again, that number is 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. And please remember to press number 1 on your dial pad if you want to be put in the queue so that we know to go to your call when it's that time during the show. Okay, so, and like I said, don't hang up because you'll lose your spot in the queue. And we're going to talk a little bit about our topic, and then we will be going to calls shortly. So hang in there, folks that are listening. Okay, so let me start with Cindy. Okay, Cindy, why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners, let everybody know a little bit about yourself, how you got started with this work, about your business, your Spiritual Connection Center, and then we'll go to Isabella. Okay?
Oh, okay. That sounds great. As you already addressed, I'm a natural-born medium, even though I didn't have a word or a label for it when I was younger, but I've always been aware of spirit. When it comes to the healing aspect, my mother used to call me Dr. Doolittle, and I like to say that I used to love everything better. So I believe we all have that innately within us as natural healers, and we can all tap into that. Now, as far as doing readings, my first introduction to a deck of cards was a regular deck of Rider-Waite tarot, and I was 16. And then eventually I found my niche with angel cards because I connect very closely with angels. The center, I was given that opportunity. I was asked actually to open and rent a space to do what I do with the mediumship as well as card readings back in 2015, and we haven't looked back. We've recently changed locations, so we're really excited about the growth and the opportunity that's been put in front of us to keep doing what we're doing, and that's helping every individual however we can.
That's wonderful. And if I'm ever visiting in the area, I would definitely love to stop in and see your establishment. I think it's really,
I would be honored.
Oh, it would be fantastic. I've been to Canada before. I've never been to Ontario, Canada. I've been I've been to Quebec. I've been to Montreal, Old Quebec City, St. Anne-de-Beaupré, up to the up there. And,
so we're actually located in Sault Ste. Marie, which is right at the center of the Great Lakes. So there's the International Bridge, which bridges us and our twin Soo, Michigan. So keep us in mind. It'd be nice to meet you in person. Yeah.
Yes, maybe like in the future, once I get to retire from my full-time job as a public school teacher. When that time comes, I'm looking forward to doing some traveling. So, I would really love to do that. That would be definitely on my to-do list. So, Isabella, you are calling in from Massachusetts today, right? You're located near Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Yes, I am. I live in a small town near Plymouth. I live in Halifax, Massachusetts, and New England has been a great place for me great place for inspiration in my healing work as well as my creative work as well.
Wonderful. And why don't you tell everyone a little bit about how you came to work with the angels?
I began working with the angels. I was aware of their presence at a very young age. And then as I grew older, I began to hide my gifts due to conditioning and being told by my parents as a child that no one would believe me. And then in my early 30s, I began to reconnect to my soul and the Angelic Realms and began taking meditation classes and Reiki. And then I wanted to do more with my work as a light worker, and I became an angel energy healer. And then I took classes with Doreen Virtue to become an angel messenger and oracle reader. And then after, we'll talk about this a little later, but after the car accident, it gave me the final push to actually go into the Doctor of Natural Medicine program at Quantum University. And so so I love to help others connect with the angels through oracle readings, their own intuition and creativity, and help them heal using angel energy healing as well.
Right. And you recently have been involved in the publication of a book. You were telling me earlier. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I would love to. 365 Soulful Messages, the right guidance at the right time, is being launched this Tuesday, November 19th. And it's a book of divine messages and soulful messages from about 250 authors all over the world. And in this particular book, I share 5 of my own personal stories of divine guidance from the angels, as well as 2 stories of from the other side of deceased loved ones. It's such a beautiful book. And then next month, Calling All Earth Angels and Healers by Dr. Jerry McGee is being released, and in that I share my journey as a healer and earth angel.
Wonderful. So there's some things for people to put on their Christmas wish list, or ideas for gifts, stocking stuffers. Pick up some of these books. And are they available on Amazon.com?
Yes. Soulful Messages will be on Amazon on November 19th. You can begin purchasing the book then. And Calling All Earth Angels and Healers will also be on Amazon. We don't have the exact release date yet. We just know that it will be released next month. The Kindle version will be coming out first, and it's being published through Balboa Press in Hay House.
Oh, that's I published my book through Balboa Press. Balboa Press is, like you said, it's part of Hay House Publishing. And yes, I published my book back in 2016. It's called Angel Practitioner Handbook, a Foundation Guide. And it's not just for those who are angel practitioners. It's for, it's a foundation guide for anyone that would like to learn how to connect with angels, learn about angels, angelology, a little bit about different psychic gifts and psychic development, about the different clairs. I talk about protection and the power of prayer and energy, working with different energies and raising vibrations and protecting yourself against negative energies. And then I get into a bit about learning how to work with crystals and oracle cards and things like that. It's a lot of different topics I cover in this book, as well as introducing you to some of the most popular archangels and how to work with them. And again, it's called Angel Practitioner Handbook, a Foundation Guide, and you can pick up a copy of that wherever you purchase books online. You could just Google it, Angel Practitioner Handbook. It'll come up. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iBooks, Google Books, everywhere. And it's also in a electronic format, ebook version, different formats, Kindle, Nook. You could even get a PDF version of it, depending on where you purchase it from. And also it's available in paperback as well. And I really recommend the paperback version because it's a great reference book. And it's not a hard book to get through and read. It's an easy-to-read guide. It's not a lengthy book, but it contains a lot because I'm the type of person that I like to give information and I like to be, very direct and to the point. I don't like to, drag things out. Like, here it is, here's the information, and, just keep going. I like things moving. I like to read books like that, too. When a book is a very long book that goes into all these long, drawn-out descriptions, it kind of, I look at it and I see it's like 300 and something pages, and I know, okay, it's going to take me a long time to get through that one. Okay, I will pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. But when it's a smaller book, I tend to, very quickly read it cover to cover. And that's the kind of book Angel Practitioner Handbook, a Foundation Guide is. You could really read it cover to cover, in a short amount of time. It's about maybe 110 pages, so it's very, very readable, doable, and I have charts, handy reference charts in there, and it even comes with links for some free downloads, meditations. I have a guardian angel meditation in there and different things. So, get out there and pick a copy of that up today. If you have any interest in learning how to work with angels, this is a great book to start with. And then pick up Isabella's books. What were the titles of your books? Please repeat them again. 365
Soulful Messages, the right guidance at the right time, by Jody Chapman and Dan Tech, as well as myself, and about 200 to 250 other co-authors. And Calling All Earth Angels and Healers by Dr. Jerry McGee.
Right. And so even though these books might be bigger books, they're still easy to get through because it's not like you have to read it all at once, cover to cover. You can read different parts of it at different times, whatever appeals to you. Am I correct?
Correct. And what's really great about the 365 book series books is it's a page a day with a soulful message written from the heart and soul of one of the authors, and you can either open to any page that you feel called to, or you can read the story for that particular day. So it gives quick inspiration every day.
It's like an oracle in itself. They call it bibliomancy when you're concentrating on getting a message and you're connecting with your angels or whatever higher power you connect with, and you're asking for a message, and you just open a book to a page, and whatever message is on that page, you read what's on the page, and it should click with you. It should resonate with you in some way. So that's a great way to do it. Okay, so ladies,
it is, and it's one of my favorite ways.
Yeah, I love to do that. That's especially when you just want a message, for yourself, and you're, you don't have a lot of time, and you quick grab something like that. It's wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about our topic today, about Angelic Interventions and NDEs. Let's go back over now to Cindy. Cindy, I know you have lots of interesting stories to share. Do you have something in particular you'd like to share about, a story of Angelic Intervention or an NDE, some kind of stories to share?
I do. I really do. I've had several in my life, but there's three pretty profound ones that I try not to get emotional talking about them, but that's how profound they are to me. My mother passed suddenly in 2000 when my firstborn was 16 weeks old. So it was a very, very hard time for me, even though I understand what I do. My mom was my best friend. But so I was in a really dark place, and subsequently after having my first one, when she was 8 months old, I got pregnant again, and I had a second one. But it was a really rough time for me, and I'll be very honest, I had left the house. I had gone to the cemetery. It was at night. There was snow on the ground, and being in the dark place, I wasn't even sure if I was coming home. So I went to leave the cemetery because I knew I had to go home because I didn't want to leave my children. And I got to where the entrance to the cemetery goes out onto the road. And what happened was, obviously, my headspace was not the best. And I stepped on the gas to pull out. And I remember sitting there. The car didn't move. The gas pedal was to the floor, and a big dump truck had whizzed by. But the engine was revving, and I was stationary. And I just remember being completely in shock.
Wow.
And so I was grateful. I went home. I sat there and cried for a little bit. So I know, God, my angels, I know my mom was there with me and had a hand in that, because if I had gone forward with my foot on the gas, I wouldn't be here. So I'm grateful that there was intervention there. The other one that stands out, the other one that stands out to me was in 2012. I was blessed enough to be able to attend a John Edward event in New York, Long Island, New York.
Oh, wow. Okay,
I'd come, in April of 2012, and I had come home I had 2 part-time jobs. One was I was starting reading at the first place I read at, and I also picked up a cleaning job. Now, I was at my reading job, and I was having trouble breathing. Long story short, I ended up going to Emerge, and I sat there, and as I sat there, I lost the ability to speak. I lost the ability to move. So they did a bunch of tests. They rushed to find out what was going on. I was very aware that I couldn't speak. And I remember just praying, either call me home because I don't want to live like this, because obviously I didn't want to feel like a burden to my family. So either heal me, I was praying for healing, or, call me home. And I remember this sudden rush of almost felt like a warm blanket, just a sudden rush of peace. And then I kept seeing, the only way I can describe it is if you were to take like a string of Christmas lights, all the different colors, and kind of wrap them in a ball. And sometimes when you take a picture of lights, they kind of look like orbs, or they look all fuzzy. There's no definition there. That's what I saw. And I didn't know whether I was going home to God or what was happening, but I felt a complete sense of surrender, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I think I slept for about 6 hours. That's what my dad had told me. And I actually started gaining my speech back, and I was able to move my feet and my legs and my hands. And within 12 hours, I actually was pretty much back to normal. A little rattled, but pretty much back to normal. So I don't recall going to the other side, so I wouldn't, say that was a near-death experience, because I understand those are slightly different. But definitely something profound happened to me.
Wow, definitely. And was there ever any explanation about, the cause of this and why it happened? Wow.
Nope, not at all. No. At one point they thought I maybe had a stroke. They couldn't.
Oh my
they
gosh.
couldn't
Yeah, that's what
confirm
that you would think that.
Yeah.
Wow.
They threw everything at me. Yeah. I mean, I bartered. I mean, when we end up in a position like that, whether we, outwardly express a belief in God, which I've always had, or not, we tend to turn to our higher power. And, in the moment, it was, if I am left here, I will devote, and I will amp up what I do and help other people. So, yeah, I was very blessed that day, I'll tell you.
Well, that's definitely angelic intervention, and then you say we talk about seeing the orbs. It's right away when you say that, it makes me feel like there's lots of angels all around you, at especially at that moment. And very often when people see angels, it's not always like what they describe on television. It's sometimes just little glimpses of light, little sparkles of light, orbs, different things, like that. Nothing, sometimes people say, okay, yes, there are people that say I saw this angel and he was 100 feet tall and so forth. But most of the times, if people see things, it's usually glimpses of light, sparkles of light, and orbs and that kind of thing. Wow, okay. And I know Isabella has some very interesting stories to share with us, and this woman has been through a lot. I just want to give out that phone number again one more time, and suppose we are going to go over to calls shortly. And like I said, if you're on the line, please, waiting for us to take your call, please don't hang up, because you'll lose your spot in the queue. We do take the calls in the order they're received. And the number to call is 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. And you have to remember to press that number 1 on your dial pad if you want to be us to take your call live on air. Okay. So whether you're on Skype or whether you're calling in on your phone, remember to press number 1 on your dial pad, and that will lock your spot in the queue. Okay. All right. So let's go over to Isabella now. Isabella, now you have had a near-death experience.
Yes,
right?
I have.
Yes.
And I am here.
Let's hear about this. And we thank God that you're here today to tell us about it. Enlighten us. Share your experience with us, please.
I am here absolutely by the grace of God and angelic intervention and the power of love. In December 27th, 2016, I was in what should have been a fatal car accident for me. We had crashed into a tree, and I had a hard time breathing. I tried to take three deep breaths and could not. And I tried to call 911, but I began to panic, and Remember Your Angels had popped into my mind. And then I heard the gentle but strong voice of Archangel Michael tell me, don't panic. Everything's going to be okay. You're safe and protected. And my late fiance, he has since passed 2 months after the car accident. And he explained it almost like an adrenaline rush. He had to wedge himself between a rock and a tree to try and get me out of the vehicle. And when he couldn't, on that side of the door, because he had told me to push on the door, and I said, I can't open it. I feel like I dislocated my shoulder.
Wow.
And it was almost like instant. He was back on the other side of the car, and when I went to reach my hand out to him, I went unconscious. And then the next thing I remember, I woke up in the back of an ambulance with the EMT cutting off my pant leg, and then I began to panic again. And later that night in the emergency room, it was discovered I had a collapsed aorta, a collapsed lung, a fractured shoulder, a broken humerus, broken ribs, an elbow, and major internal body trauma. And I remember my mom standing next to me in the second hospital that I was transported to, because the first hospital I was couldn't handle the severity of my injuries from the car accident. And I remember my mom, the fear in her eyes as I'm getting ready to go down to the emergency room to have my aorta reconstructed. The fear in her eyes, and just saying, Mom, I'm going to be fine. You know, because I knew that Archangel Michael had already told me I'm going to be okay. So I already knew at this point, no matter what, I'm going to be okay, because the angels told me I'm going to be okay. And and then when they went down to put in, restructure my aorta, they realized that my aorta had also torn in several places, and that was not picked up on the X-ray. So there's no doubt in my mind, just the power of love and angelic intervention had saved me that night. And as I continued to heal, I had a very rapid, a faster than normal healing in terms of my bones. I'm still working on the internal trauma with my cranial psychotherapist, but in the beginning, I would do, when I got out of the hospital, I would do angel energy healing on myself. And to have the top doctors at the Harvard Medical School tell me, whatever you're doing, keep doing what you're doing because it's working, was one of the most powerful statements to ever hear, because now I have evidence that energy healing does work.
Absolutely.
And I even had the volunteer Reiki team come up when I was in ICU, and then when I was transferred down to the other, the regular floor. But to actually have that scientific evidence and hear those doctors say it's working was just, so powerful.
No, that's your boost, what you're doing, the angels are helping you heal faster. they protected you through it, and it wasn't your time. Yep. And they knew you wanted to be here, and you had work to do, to continue to do here, and they're helping you heal more quickly than normal. That's wonderful. And do you feel that it has enhanced your psychic abilities and so forth?
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
It has. And it's also built my solid faith. People ask me how, are amazed at what I've gone through just in the past almost 3 years alone, because the car accident anniversary is coming up next month. But it's my faith. It's my faith in God, the universe, Goddess, the angels, that has kept me strong. 2 months after the car accident, my fiancé had a relapse, and it had cost him his life. And then several months after that, I found out I was pregnant, and I wasn't able to carry full term because of the trauma that my internal body had experienced, and I just couldn't carry full term. So it was a traumatic year continuing on after, and it was because of the angels and being able to connect to the other side that I was able to continue. And so I know, it's my plan to help others and to help others, to find their own healing and help them live their full potential and their dreams. Because that was a gift of a lifetime that was given to me. Right. And I have to pass that forward.
And if we're here and we're still alive, it's because we have work to do, and God wants us here. Because when God's ready to take us home, He will take us home. And when it's our time, it's our time. But if you're here and you were brought through this and healed, it's because you have more important work to do. So, with that being said, I'm looking at the time. We're at the bottom of the hour. We are going to go over to start taking calls. I've had, I have never had a near-death experience, thank God, but I have had lots of angelic interventions. And, just very recently, I was in a pretty bad car accident, and I was very blessed to be protected by my angels, because I always call on my angels, and I ask God to send His greatest angels of protection and healing, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and to surround me and my loved ones at all times, and I always say my prayer, when I get in my car, and I ask for everyone around me to be protected as well, and when I'm on the road. And I was in a pretty bad car accident recently, and I was hit broadside, and my car was pushed sideways, and it was, a mid-size, a small, one of those crossover SUVs. I was driving a Nissan Murano at the time, and that's not a heavy-duty car. That's a car, if it gets hit, it's going to be damaged pretty badly. And that's the type of vehicle. And I was hit pretty hard broadside, and all the airbags came out. And I didn't know what hit me. It just was like I was stunned for a second, like, what just happened? Like almost in shock for a second. And then I realized I'm sitting there in my car. 1 minute I was driving, the next minute I'm sitting there still with all the airbags around me. But I'm okay. And that's the blessing. I didn't have a scratch on me. It was fine. And I thank God for that. The car is totaled, and I no longer have that car now. Thank God the loan was paid off. I had a little bit of money left over, which really came in very handy at the time, because that week coming up, my cat was going to be going, within a couple of weeks, my cat was going for a very expensive medical treatment. And it's so funny how this happens, like it was meant to happen the way it did, where I was kept safe and I wasn't harmed, the car was totaled, but it was, it was paid off with the insurance, and there was some money left over that was able to help me afford getting the treatment that my cat so desperately needed to save her life, one of my cats. So, I'm very grateful for that, and to me that is just one example, the most recent one that I've had in my life of angelic interventions. I've had others, but this is why I have the faith that I do, and faith is very important because faith heals. Faith helps you heal. Okay, so that gives God, the power, and the angels the power to make things better. Is the stronger your faith is, the faster that they can work for you, and the more that they can do for you. All right, so let me just give some mid-show announcements here, and we're going to go right over to calls now, right after these important announcements. I want everybody to remember there are lots of great shows coming up on Psychic Talk Radio Network. We have shows on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. Looking ahead to Saturday, November 23rd at 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern, you have Surviving the Holidays Stress-Free. And that's on your Psychic Saturday show with your hosts, Mary Brown and Dax Carlisle. And they'll also have open lines for mini readings and much more. And on Sunday, November 24th, a week from today, this is the show that's opposite Angelic Realms Radio. Angelic Realms Radio, the show you're listening to today, is on first and third Sundays of the month. On second and fourth Sundays of the month, there's another show. It's called Magic Universe with host Sharona Rapsik. And she is on Sunday, November 24th, a week from today, at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, same time as this show is today. And her topic is Thanksgiving and the Power of Gratitude. And she's going to have a special guest with her, Sabrina Marie Bazo. So that's the Magic Universe show with host Sharona Rapsik. And they will also be taking your calls to answer your questions and do mini readings and more. And in 2 weeks from today, I will be back. 2 weeks from today on Sunday, December 1st, live at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern on Angelic Realms Radio. I'll be here with another Angel Practitioner Spotlight episode, and my special guest will be Sharona Rapsik of Magic Universe. She's an IAAP Certified Master Angel Practitioner, Angel Reiki Master, and, as I said, host of the Magic Universe show right here on Psychic Talk Radio Network. We'll be finding out all about Sharona and the work that she does with the angels, and we'll also be taking your calls for angel messages and psychic tarot and mediumship readings throughout our show. And that's Sunday, December 1st, live at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can catch these shows and more on the Psychic Talk Radio Network. So for the full schedule, please visit psychictalk.net/upcoming. That's psychictalk.net/upcoming. Okay, so I have a big announcement for today for myself as well. My upcoming show, December 1st, will be my last show for a while. I'll be taking a hiatus from hosting Angelic Realms Radio for the holiday season and into the new year as well. I'm not leaving. I'm just taking a much-needed break because I have lots of projects in the works right now, and I'll be returning sometime in 2020 with brand new episodes of Angelic Realms Radio. So if you're an angel practitioner or other spiritual professional who happens to work with angels in some way and would like the opportunity to join me here on Angelic Realms Radio, or if you'd just like to be a sponsor of our show, please contact me via angelpractitioners.com. Fill out the short contact form and let me know that you're interested in either being a guest on the show or a sponsor. One of my projects is going to be updating the IAAP Certified Angel Practitioner course, along with creating new classes and webinars for the IAAP. I'm also going to be working with some of the IAAP's Gold members who are interested in offering courses, classes, or webinars through the IAAP. So if you have a desire to learn more about how you can bring the angels into your life and work, if you would like to enhance your intuition or develop your psychic abilities, if you would like to learn how to read cards, work with crystals, and much more, get on my Angel Courses waiting list. Now is the time to do that so that you will be eligible for special pricing. So go over to angelpractitioners.com/angel courses after the show today and request to be placed on the waiting list. You'll be notified via email when the course enrollment opens, and if a new webinar comes up that's available, and so on. And you'll be eligible for any special pricing if you're on that waiting list. If you're interested in becoming a professional member of the IAAP, please visit angelpractitioners.com for more information about the benefits of membership. Currently, our gold membership, which is our premium level of membership, is just $60 annually. That comes to only $5 a month. And so this is an outstanding value, and the price is not going to last much longer. The fee will be going up in 2020. So the time to join is now, because the cost of membership will never be this low again. So after the show, please visit angelpractitioners.com, learn more about the IAAP and the membership benefits. So lots of things like, for example, being a guest on the show, being interviewed, having a web page of your own on our website at angelpractitioners.com. If somebody is there might has to mute their phone. Isabella or Cindy, I hear you in the background. Okay. So you have to go over to angelpractitioners.com, and you can check out our current gold members, the featured members, and their pages, and you'll kind of see, how your page will be set up and the kind of information that could be on there. We also have an angel blog, so if you like to write articles, we could publish your articles on our angel blog. So there's lots of benefits. So please check out angelpractitioners.com to learn more. All right, so I think it's time to get over to those phone lines. Let's see who's on hold the longest. I'm going to go with area code 831. Let's bring 831 on. Hello,
Good morning.
831. Good afternoon, yes.
Good morning.
You're on the air. Good morning where
afternoon.
you are. Where are you located?
It is still. It's almost afternoon. I'm in California.
What's your name? You're in California. And what's your name?
Christina.
Christina. Hi,
Christina.
Hi.
Hi, I wanted to say thank you to all of you beautiful women who have shared what it was like for you guys. I know you touched on a little bit, and some of them weren't gone into for specific reasons in a lot of detail, but there was other short stories that were that totally, I know for a fact that you're coming from your heart, because I have experiences as well where I see I always describe them as Christmas lights. So as soon as she said that, I was like, I know what she's saying is true, and it was during a really painful illness where I was being attacked on the outside world, no answers, and viciously attacked, and then on the inside being viciously eaten. And what happened as a result is I'm stepping out of a lot of darkness and living my life in the process of following what makes my heart sing. And the question I have for you, lovely ladies, whoever wants to jump in, is what you see for me with my health and with me following my life purpose coming up here in the next few months and or in 2020. What do you guys see for me? And if you have any messages that have nothing to do with the question, I welcome whatever Spirit has for me to hear today. And thank you all very, very much for sharing. It's beautiful stories, beautiful. And I feel like I'm downgrading experiences is what I feel like I need to say, because it's an experience, and you were vulnerable to share that, and it's just beautiful.
Well, thank you for saying that, Christina, and I just want to, let you know that we are not qualified to give medical advice as well as, anything financial or legal or things like that. So whenever somebody asks us about a health question, I always bring up that disclaimer just so you know that the information we give out is of a spiritual nature, and we get messages from the angels, and it's a matter of faith, and you use this information at your own risk and at your own free will. So with that being said, I'm going to let you, who would like to start, Cindy or Isabella? And, let's move quickly with this, with, a little quick mini reading, and then we're going to go, we have a few more callers on the line that we have to get to, so let's do that.
Hi, Maria, and hi, Christina. It's Cindy Allen here.
Hello.
I'm the one that was talking about the Christmas light, so I completely resonate with you. As I was listening to you speak there, I actually turned a card for you, and it's actually overcoming difficulties. It's through an archangel deck. This is Archangel Jeremiah, which means, whose name means mercy of God. So everything that you've been through, all the challenges that you've been through, you're coming out of everything much stronger, okay? You're leaving the worst behind you, which only is going to open doors for you. So I'm quite excited for you. Everything we do go through makes us stronger, and that's what I wanted to share with you. As I sat here and cried a little bit while I was listening to you. Isabella, do you want to add to that?
Yes, I also got that you're protected as you make your change in your life path, in your career, and also that leave behind a stressful situation. Easy does it, and that also Jesus is with you with his healing power and presence. And as you continue to follow your heart and your joy, it will bring you much more freedom.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, so I hope that you find that helpful and inspirational today, Christina. We thank you for calling in, and we appreciate what you had to say to us. And we're going to put you back on hold so you can continue listening to the show, okay?
Yes, many blessings. Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Blessings. Okay. She has a wonderful energy, doesn't she? Okay, let's see. Who else is on hold along? We have area code. We have a couple of calls from 917 on hold here. The first one I'm going to is 917, and then the first digit after that is 5. So I'm going to go to that. Oops. Hold on. Sorry. That's the wrong one. Hi, 917. You're on the air. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hi.
Hi, I'm calling from New Jersey. My name is Monica, and my question is, I'm at my job. I have one more week, and I find it very, very unbearable to be here right now. I don't want to be at my job, and I have to be here. It's like it's closing in one more week, and then I'm going to another place within the same system. Like, what do I do to get through this?
I'm sorry to hear that, Monica. I'll put you on with Cindy and Isabella in a moment. This is Maria Maas, the host. I'm getting the feeling that there's going to be changes for this for you for the better after the holiday season, okay? And I kind of see you out and about. I see you looking in store windows that are decorated and that kind of thing. So I feel like there may be some work for you somewhere within this kind of a setting, okay? I'm seeing like these big windows, like storefronts, walking down the street, and they're beautifully decorated, and I feel like there's some connection there for you, and I feel like it'll be kind of after the holidays. All right, that's what I have to say, and I got that right away. It just came into my mind's eye. I can see it. I'm clairvoyant, so I get these visual things. Cindy and Isabella. Cindy went first last time. How about Isabella? You start out. Go ahead.
I'm getting that there are some miracles coming in the near future, and also to take some time in nature to help you ground and center and de-stress. And also it's a good time for you to give birth to any new ideas and situation in your life that you're being safe and protected. And that comes from your messages from the angels, and that's Archangel Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life.
Okay. Cindy? You have a message
Yes,
from
hi,
Monica?
Monica. Yeah, I'd just like to add to that with, we have Archangel Michael stepping forward here, reminding you that you are safe and protected, and that everything, and Archangel Raguel stepping forward, that everything is how it needs to be right now, and everything will be as it's meant to be. So have faith, trust, hang in there, and you will get through this and come out on the other side. So try and stay positive.
Right, and I feel like it's not far off. How does that resonate with you, Monica?
I have no idea. I'm just hanging in there right now.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if I'm going to be switching jobs altogether.
Like I said, I feel like it's something to do with, I don't know if it's retail, because I see you looking through, looking into these beautiful decorated windows in the storefront. I don't know if you're the person that decorates them. I don't know if you're doing something creative that's going to be displayed in a storefront window, or maybe something on consignment. That's what the visual I was getting. So I don't know, however that resonates with you. That's how I see that the work will be coming. And it'd be like I think shortly after the holidays.
Well,
Okay.
maybe it's a position where ground level by the windows that I'll be walking by.
However, it resonates with you, because that's just the image that I saw. Okay, we don't have a lot of time. We have to go to the next call, but feel free to call back in. There's lots more shows on the rest of the week. Maybe you can get more information, or book a private reading, and that's always a great way to get the most information, is to book a private reading. So we will give out our contact information, and we'll go back to calls. So if you or anyone else that's listening would like to get a private reading with either myself, you're welcome, or Cindy or Isabella, we'll give that out now. So just hold on, and you can continue listening. Angel blessings. With that being brought up, and we're coming back to calls, so just hang on, don't go away, folks. We'll go into the next 917 call next. If anyone would like to book a reading with me, just go to my website, Maria G Maas, MAAS.com. It's mariagmaas.com, and you'll see the button on there that says book a reading, and just follow that. And I do private readings. I give you a recording of your reading. I email it to you in an MP3 format, so you have it to listen to over and over again later on. And I do psychic tarot readings, a little bit of mediumship. I do angel messages. I do a little bit of everything. I'm very versatile in my readings. So Cindy, why don't you give out your information if folks would like to book a reading with you, and then Isabella, go ahead.
I can be contacted. I don't have a website. I'm not that tech savvy, so I'm working on that still. But I can be reached at two different emails: lightworkerx2@gmail.com, or your spiritual connection center @gmail.com. Or you can message me on Facebook. I do have a Cindy Ellen page, and you can send me a message there, and I'll get back to you. Yeah.
You need to become a gold member, and I will create a beautiful page for you on angelpractitioners.com.
Definitely, that's
you'll have
my
a
plan.
web page. Okay, and then let's Isabella, why don't we give out your contact information?
You can reach me. You can find me on Bella Rose Healing Hands on Facebook, as well as my website, www.bellarosehealinghands.com. Instagram, again, Bella Rose Healing Hands. And check my calendar also, as I do in-person workshops throughout the year.
Fantastic. Okay, we're going to go to the next caller now. Who's been on hold the longest, area code 917. Hi, 917. You're on the air. What is your name and where are you calling from today? Hello, 917. Hello. Okay, listen, I'm going to put them back on hold and go to the next caller. Okay, and we'll go back to them. Let's try area code 415. Hi, 415. Hi, you're on the air. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Thanks. This is Jessica from New Jersey.
Jessica from New Jersey. Okay, we just had a Monica from New Jersey. Now we have a Jessica from New Jersey. Okay, so how can we help you today, Jessica?
So I'm shifting a bunch of things in my life. The main thing that I guess you could say comes up and bothers me a lot. I go back and forth from being very positive about it and to, kind of fluctuating and feeling not so positive about my finances. So I was just wondering if you could share anything you're picking up as far as the bigger picture of what's going on or any guidance.
Okay, who would like to start? Cindy or Isabella? Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Isabella. No, go ahead, Isabella. Yeah.
Okay. So, Jessica, you're receiving some divine guidance and ideas and inspiration from the angels. And they're asking you to follow the ideas that you're getting. And don't be afraid to act on that guidance. Don't don't fear it. Your guidance, and surrender those fears, because they're sensing some resistance to moving forward with those ideas. And also, again, just surrender and release and listen to your gut, listen to your heart. It's guiding you in the right direction.
Okay. Cindy.
I can add to that. I flipped. Archangel Uriel came out, and it's exactly what Isabella was talking about. The card is Archangel Uriel telling you, you do know what to do. So you need to trust your inner knowledge and continue acting on what you're guided to do. And the second card that I pulled was Archangel Ariel. And Ariel is reminding you to be courageous, stand up for your beliefs, don't back down. As well, you can't go wrong when you're trusting your heart and your intuition, and you're coming from a place of love. We're all taught and we're all conditioned in different ways to think sometimes other people have better ideas or know better for us. But your intuition, your trust, and your faith is where you need to put your energy. Yeah.
Okay. So
Go
ahead.
I've definitely been following the guidance that I've had. I think what trips, and I enjoy doing that. It feels very good. What trips me up is that it'll go, weeks before I get like a financial return, weeks or even like I think it's maybe been maybe longer than that. So I start getting really angry at Spirit because I don't understand what else is going on there.
Yeah, well, when it comes to timing, Spirit is not in our physical time and space here on Earth. They, when we expect things to happen, at a time that suits us, but it doesn't always work that way. Okay, so sometimes we just have to be patient and keep the faith. And if you want an archangel to work with that can maybe help you speed up the results that you're looking for, if you call upon like archangels Metatron or Sandalphon, those two particular archangels aren't like the rest of the archangels that are just angels and just were always angels and that's all they'll be. These are two prophets that were brought and accepted into the angelic realm. So they actually lived physical lives on earth, which is very unusual. And usually angels are just, just of God, messengers, and they're just, love and light of God. But these two prophets, Elijah and Enoch, lived such exemplary lives that they were accepted into the angelic realms, and they, being that they lived physical lives, they can relate more to our, humanly experience of time and space, so they can help you accelerate, have your prayers accelerated. So you pray to God. We don't pray to angels. We pray to God, but we ask the angels to help on our behalf, okay? And you can ask them to help accelerate, your prayers. And if this is any consolation, I feel in January, things start looking better for you. I'm getting this coming January and the new year being better. That's really not that far off.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Thank you very much. I'll call on them. I used to work with both of them actually. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah.
All right,
thank you.
All right. You're
reading.
welcome. Angel blessings.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Put you back on hold. You can listen to the show. Wow. Okay, so try and go back to that other caller that I tried to pick up before, who was on hold the longest. Let's see, 917. Hi, 917. Are you there? No, still nothing. Okay. Their hand is raised, but they're not picking up. So, sometimes people put their phone on mute or something, or go away from the phone for a second, and when they come back, okay, it's too late. But let's just one more time give out some information here. If you enjoyed today's show, remember that Angelic Realms Radio airs on the Psychic Talk Radio Network every first and third Sundays of the month, live at 2 p.m. Eastern. All of our shows are recorded and archived, so you can also listen to past shows by visiting psychictalk.net or Maria G Maas, MAAS.com. And a great way to make sure that you never miss a show is to like our Facebook page, Angel Practitioners. Remember, if you're interested in getting on the wait list for the Certified Angel Practitioner course or any other angel courses that we have, or any other topics, it might be psychic development, card reading, different things, make sure that you visit angelpractitioners.com, okay, and look for angel courses on there and get on the waiting list so that you get a good price when the courses open up again. And if you'd like to book a private full-length reading with me, please visit my website, mariagmaas.com. I'll be back in 2 weeks. You can join me on Sunday, December 1st, live at 2 p.m. Eastern. It will be another fun and enlightening show. So I think we lost Isabella.
I think her battery died.
I think her call dropped. Isabella, we just, I don't know if she could call back in quickly enough, but I want to thank you for being here today, and we really enjoyed having you on the show. Cindy, any last words you want to, last tips you want to give out, anything you want to say before we close the show today?
It's been an honor and a pleasure to be a part of this again. It was great connecting with both of you ladies. It was great connecting with the callers. On that last call, though, I was like, if I could just share something for a second.
Sure, go ahead.
I was getting a couple of names. It's Marianne or Marianne, and I don't know if that was connected to the caller or the next caller or you. I'm not quite sure. I just wanted to throw that out there. But if you can, anybody that's listening, if you can, take advantage of listening to the broadcasts on Angelic Realms or Psychic Talk Radio, because they're very informative, and they can help you in a lot of ways. Even if you don't get through on a call, there's always something to take away, because I've learned from experience that whether you get through or not, if you're listening live or not, or a replay, there's always something that you're going to take away from listening to the broadcast. So I strongly encourage people taking advantage of listening when they can.
Thank you so much for saying that, Cindy, and it's a pleasure having you on the show today as always. I'm sorry that we lost Isabella here right at the end, but thankfully she was here through most of the show. Must have had some technical issues with her phone. So again, thank you all for listening to the show today. And if we didn't get to your call, please remember there's lots of other shows on the Psychotalk Radio Network, and Angelic Realms Radio will return in 2 weeks from today, December 1st, live at 2 p.m. Eastern. And again, if you want to book a private reading with me, just go to mariagmaas.com and click the Book the Reading button, and I'd be happy to arrange a private reading with you. And I want to remind everyone to have a safe, healthy, enjoyable Thanksgiving holiday. Remember, sometimes the holidays aren't the best for all people. Some people have a hard time getting through the holidays. Remember that we're always here on Angelic Realms. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out to us. Even if it's just not for reading, you just want to call and just have somebody to talk to and somebody that can maybe motivate you and lift your spirits a bit. We're here at Angelic Realms Radio, and we want to wish everyone a beautiful holiday season. And I look forward to being back with you here on Sunday, December 1st, live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Until then, I wish you all angel blessings.
Angel blessings.
Bye-bye, Cindy.
Bye, Maria.
Bye.